This morning will never come again. You're sleeping through it. Strange thing to say to a man at 5 in the morning. But it is the only thing that empties the bed of every reason to stay in it. So take the order that ends the bargain for good. Wake as if already dead. Then live. Because the part of you still lying there is not resting. It is bargaining. It wants a little more warmth, a little more safety, a little more of the comfort that costs you nothing today and everything across a life. So take the one thing that ends the bargain. Decide you are already finished. Then get up and prove you are not. A dead man has nothing left to protect. No image to guard, no failure to fear, no comfort left to lose. That is not despair. That is freedom. And it is waiting for you on the other side of the blanket, the moment you stop negotiating with a man who is already gone. Here is what the hesitation drains from you. Not in some distant year. This morning. The first hour is the only hour the world cannot touch. No one needs anything from you yet. The phone is quiet, the inbox is asleep, and your mind is as clear as it will be all day. It is unclaimed time, the sharpest you own, and you are about to trade it for the feeling of safety under a blanket. And the thing you trade it for is fear dressed as comfort. You stay down because the work in front of you is hard and the outcome is not guaranteed. The proposal that might get rejected. The deep block that might not flow. The hard conversation that might go badly. The launch you have rehearsed in your head for weeks and still have not started. So you hesitate, and you call the hesitation rest, and the hour quietly leaves without you. You did not lose it to exhaustion. You lost it to the small fear that you were not sure you would win, so you chose not to begin. That is the cost. Fear does not announce itself as fear. It shows up as one more reasonable delay, one more snooze, one more morning where you protected yourself from the discomfort of trying. No one sees it. No one bills you for it. That is exactly why it compounds. The losses with no witness are the ones you can forgive forever, until the gap between who you are and who you meant to be is the size of every hour you stayed down. You are not tired. You are afraid. And the cure for that fear is older than you think. The samurai had a discipline for this, written into the Hagakure. Set your heart right each morning and each evening, and live as though your body were already dead. Not as gloom, as liberation. A man who has accepted the end has nothing left to bargain with, no excuse left to bank, no comfort left to guard. He acts completely because there is nothing held back in reserve for a tomorrow he no longer assumes he is owed. That is the standard. Not to fear death, but to use it. The hesitation that keeps you in bed only works on a man who believes he has unlimited mornings to waste. Take that belief away, and the hesitation has nothing to stand on. The man who knows the count is short does not save his best effort for a day that may never arrive. He spends it now, fully, on the hour in front of him. Marcus Aurelius asked the harder version of this, and he asked it of himself before dawn. About what am I now employing my own soul? On every occasion I must ask myself this question, and inquire what have I now in this part of me which they call the ruling principle. That is the question of a man who knows the hours are counted. Not what will I do today, but what am I spending myself on, right now, in this part of me that decides everything. So ask it lying there. What are you employing your soul on at 5 in the morning? Warmth. Avoidance. The small negotiation. Is that what the ruling part of you is for? You already know it is not. You were not built for the blanket. You were built for the work, and the work is waiting in the 1 hour no one can give back to you. So here is the order for today. The moment the alarm sounds, consider yourself dead, and get up. Up and moving before the bargaining starts, because a dead man does not negotiate. He has nothing to lose by rising and everything to lose by staying down. Settle it in that one motion, and the fear has no time to build its case. Then give the first hour to the thing you fear most, not the thing that feels like motion. The hard work, done first, in the silence, while the rest of the world is still deciding whether to wake. This is where Jocko Willink draws the line every morning. That discipline is the one freedom you actually own. The discipline of getting up is not the price of your freedom. It is the freedom itself, paid in advance, while everyone still asleep spends the day paying it late. And tonight, you answer for it. Tonight the reckoning comes, the way Stanley McChrystal, James Mattis, and Bill Belichick would run it, Men who built whole careers on owning the result without flinching. The morning is where you earn the right to face that audit without excuses. So earn it now. One order. Wake as if already dead. Then attack the hour you fear, and leave nothing in reserve. If today were the last morning you ever got, would you spend it under the blanket, or would you finally live like it counted? Win before they wake.